Martin Keown and Rio Ferdinand watching this one with me. And Rio, was that the perfect way to come back from that training trip to Dubai? Because they talk so much about the chance to reset.
Yeah, 100%. I think you want to start the game in a good fashion. They've done that. They controlled much of the open spells of the game, and then they get a set piece and score two goals. And I think this, when you look at it, I think Mikel Arteta will be delighted with the way his team has responded on the back of 2 defeats. This is the goals here. The first one, we spoke about the blocking from Trossard here, does his job magnificently well. But Gabriel, I think, makes it. He's the one who's aggressive. He's the one who looks hungrier there to go up there and win that ball and guides it into the bottom corner.
If that's against Man United, though, aren't you screaming foul?
No, I wouldn't. I think I said initially I did think it was a foul, but when I saw it in the replay,
just to cover that one off, I just think because he gets up so early, and I don't feel then he's hanging there. But I think that's very different to the Newcastle one at the start of the season.
The second goal was a great goal as well. Again, the set piece coach. There he is there on your screen. He's done a magnificent job. So.
Yes, but I like that he's sitting there and not running around saying, look at me. You know, He's done his job really well.
We're doing it for him, don't worry.
Sits there calmly. He knows he's done all his talking with what they did for this set piece, doesn't he?
Absolutely. And those blocking patterns really stood out to you guys, didn't they, during both of those goals? Was that something that you always used to work a lot on?
Martin, you mentioned it upstairs, didn't you, saying that you was that guy who used to be...
Yeah, George Graham had various roles where, 2 of us would be the blockers and 2 would be looking to make the run in. So like the red arrows, 2 would spin out, 2 would come in. I preferred to be the flicker at the near post, which kind of gone out of the game now, flicking the ball at that near post. But the thing is, the execution of what they've put together, the work on the training pitch, and I think that we talked about a reset. I think these are the sorts of things in hot weather conditions you can tie in that information, and Arsenal carried it out to the letter perfectly today. So that was really important because it settled the crowd down here to get that early goal after 10 minutes, first one.
Really I think they understood what was required today. I think when you're in a position where another bad result would send this place into hysteria, they couldn't afford to drop points. As I said before the game, you've got City who have got a relentless pace at this stage of the season. They've proved that time and time again. They have to stay with it. So getting that goal so early today, quieting the whole place, the anxiety left the building, and they were able to build on that. And you saw at the end of the game, they were playing very, very much like free-flowing football that we're used to seeing Arsenal play.
You could really feel the nerves settle inside of this place, couldn't you? That third goal, though, Martin, that came from a corner as well, but it came from a Palace corner. It was a really good counter-attack from Arsenal.
Yeah, it was, and this is what Rio is very good at, isn't he? He's releasing of the ball, and then we've got Jesus suddenly in that wide position and not the central position. Is that better for him there? He puts a really good ball in, but look at the composure from Trossard, a player who really doesn't get enough credit for me. I think that's 7 goals now he's got in an Arsenal shirt this season, and he's not been a regular. So just he cuts back in, puts the defender on his backside, lifts the ball beautifully over the goalkeeper, and that was a pretty well job done at that point.
Yeah, we were saying before the game, they've got to score more goals. If they're going to be a title contender, they need to get more goals, and from around the place, an array of talent to score goals. He's one of them, Trossard. And I think I agree with Martin, he's probably an unsung hero. I think he's a player that does give him something different, and he does like to score goals. But those runs there, we're going to show in a little while. That's the type of run that you need, where you've got players running out, Ray gets the ball, it's the trigger, and then they go.
Gabriel Jesus not on the score sheet today, but what about his overall contribution?
I like him as a player. I think he's an excellent player. I just feel that there's an issue. Is he really the predator? Does he really want to get into that central position? And it almost seemed there that he kind of went back to type there. Look, I'll wander into a wide position and then I'll feed somebody else. But we've got a couple of clips coming up where he doesn't really make the runs into the box. So, you've got to want to get there. It's got to be that desire to get into the ball, and he can see the space, but for whatever reason he doesn't want to get into that area, and then they don't feed him, they don't play the ball. But that's an area perhaps he just needs to work on.
Yeah, and I think he's got to want to be just inside that 18-yard box. That's where the goals come. This is it here. You look at this and you see him there in the middle of the screen. At this point here, it's a race. Him and Anderson. He knows he's quicker than Anderson. He has to break it. He doesn't even get into a sprint at any point. If he gets into a sprint into that area there, he makes up Trossard's mind. He crosses the ball. Trossard sees that he's not there. He ends up being behind, and he doesn't come. I mean, this cross here, could it have been a cross straight away? But at the same time, it's a hard ball to kind of finish on. But I think he's looked more comfortable at times in and around these areas here, wide areas, where he can get a bit of space and the responsibility to score the goals isn't there.
Yeah, would you want him behind somebody, behind that killer striker that Ian Wright?
It's just interesting that Pep had him for quite a few years and decided to use him, didn't he, in that right position. That looked like the role he took up for Man City. But if he's going to be Arsenal's centre forward, then they're going to have to do more work done on keeping him in that central position. But he works so hard for the team. He's an outstanding talent.
Yeah.
But I don't see him as a predator right now.
Well, Trossard on the score sheet, Martinelli competing with Trossard in this side, I guess coming off the bench, may have just thought, I want in on the act here, let's show you what I can do, and a couple of goals in a couple of minutes, Rio.
This is what I liked about him. We'll see it as it develops here. He's a player, I think. The defender makes a bad decision. He should probably go with a runner there. But here's the composure, the calmness in front of goal. That was Thierry Henry-ish in getting in those areas. He was magnificent at doing that.
He was, and this is his pace, you know, and he does his best work really running off the ball rather than running with it, and the spaces were opening up then, so it was perfect time to bring him on. And in fact, the second goal he gets, it's almost like exactly the same. Carbon copy, same sort of space. Gabriel joked that if it was, you know, another few more minutes, he might have got a hat-trick. It was that kind of like emphatic. Look, he's away there from the fullback, and it's the same again. Why not? Just do it again. That's what you've got to do, get that habit. And I think it was really good for Martinelli to come off the bench, to reinforce his confidence and to get in on the act. Because he would have been happy sitting on the bench, Trossard in front of him. But it's good for the group, good for the mood, that he comes on and gets those 2 goals.
It just doubled his goal tally for Premier League goals this season today.
But those goals there are direct. That's what I liked about it. It wasn't intricate football. It was very direct. The ball broke. It closed. First ball to look forward. They played it. Bukayo, how you doing, man?
Bukayo Saka just coming out to join us now. Good
nice
to see you.
Well done.
Thank you.
Winning ways.
Congratulations, Bukayo, a big win. Firstly, just how important was that early goal today, do you think, to settle a few nerves amongst the players and in the crowd after the run you've been on?
Yeah, I think it's really important. First things first, obviously, to win today, the 3 points. But like you said, that early goal from Big Gabby was really nice for us. You know, it sort of calmed us, and then we could control the game more and then go for the second and third. And I thought he was going to get a hat-trick at one point.
You guys, we've been talking last season, goals and chances were coming by in their bucket loads for you guys. It seemed easy for you guys. This season it's been a bit more difficult. How have you guys been dealing with that, and how have you gone about changing that, especially going to Dubai?
Yeah, Dubai was really nice for us. You know, it was nice to have that break. Obviously, we weren't in the best form before that. In Dubai, we just refreshed and worked on the things that we need to work on, sharpen all our tools. And I think with the goals, you know, we all know we can score goals. We all believe in ourselves. And, you know, we saw that today. We scored 5, so we're happy with the performance.
How much did you personally need that break? You've played so much football, just for you to have a chance to recharge and rest.
Yeah, I needed it. I'll be honest, I needed it. It was nice.
Are you fired up now? Ready to go? Was that enough of a break? Because it hurts when you start falling away from the top of the table. A lot of people criticising going out of the FA Cup, which was something you won, didn't you, at the start of your career?
Yeah.
So where are you now? Are you ready to go for it now? Do you feel Arsenal can do something better than they did last season?
Yeah, I actually believe it. And like I said, the break came at the right time. I think we're all refreshed now mentally and physically, and you know we're all hungry to push strong to the end of the season, and you saw that in the performance today. So hopefully we can continue like this the next game and the next game.
It's interesting. Like, I've been a part of Arsenal teams that have had lots of failures, and it's from that, I think, often that you kind of get that strength to say, do you know, this can't happen again.
Yeah.
We're gonna. Is that feeling there?
Or
now?
learnings, Martin, not failures.
No, but are you developing that now? Like, okay, I've had enough of this. I want to see some trophies.
Yeah, 100%. I think obviously, like you said, that going out of the FA Cup really hurt me. And I'm sure it hurt all the boys and the fans as well. So I think we'll use that hunger to really push in the Premier League and the Champions League when it comes next month as well.
But okay, what have you found different this season personally? I mean, everyone knows your name now. You was a bit of a surprise when you first come into the team. Now you're established. What pictures are you seeing different that you're having to kind of adjust your game maybe to now that you've become a more experienced player?
I think every game, you know, it's like we're coming against a low block. Not every game, but most games. And for myself out wide, I find there's a lot of players. You know, there's less and less space. You know,
2v1s more.
2v1s, yeah. I found that a lot this season, but
People more physical on you as well.
Yeah, I
Robinson,
think
Fulham.
Yeah, it's always been like that though. I feel like the Premier League is just a really physical league, but when you have 3 big physical guys around you, it's not easy. It's just about me just studying it, trying to find a solution, find a space, whether it's dribbling, whether it's passing. And yeah, it hasn't been easy, I'll be honest, but you know, I'm still trying, and I think we're still doing well as a team because it's not just about me. You know, there's other players. If there's 3 players in my position, I know that someone on the other side is free or someone behind me is free. So if it's not helping me, it's helping someone else as well.
Good.
And you're the league leaders in terms of set-piece goals, goals from corners as well. Just how much work is going into those behind the scenes?
Yeah, we do a lot of work.
It's boring, isn't it? I get bored
It's
of
the
that,
worst.
man.
It's the worst. But Nico, he's our set piece coach. He knows, and he tries to make it fun. He tries to make it easy for us.
Is he
and
having
simple.
himself, though? Is he having himself? Is he what do you
He
think?
should be though. Like, she said we're #1, so if he is having himself, then I don't.
He's got to
mind.
enjoy it, hasn't
He's
he?
got to enjoy it because we're doing well, and what he's doing is working. So we need to continue that.
It certainly is.
It shows you how important set pieces are. I mean, I'm the same as what you're saying there. I used to find it so boring doing set pieces, but they're so vital.
Yeah.
And if you're going to win trophies, set pieces defensively, but also on the
Detail,
attacking
isn't it?
side. Yeah, you've
People
got to be
doing their
ready.
jobs, role and responsibilities, and it looked like it was really tied in today.
Yeah, it was, and obviously we went out the FA Cup mostly on a set piece. That was the first goal we conceded. So we wanted to put it right today with a clean sheet, and we scored 2. So we're happy.
And it was Declan with the corner for the first goal. Do you think we're going to see him take more going forward? Is that something you've been working on? Because that was just his
I don't
fourth
know.
this season.
You're going to have to ask Nico. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. But, with that delivery and the quality Dec has, I can't see why not.
Can you send Nico out, please, when you go in?
Okay, I'll call him.
For Kai, you've got another 10 days before your next game. How important was that win just to really change the mood and not go into that second break, I guess, with more disappointment?
Yeah, so I think obviously everyone knows we lost the last 3 games, and this game was so important for us, for the fans, and just to build that momentum again. And we got the 3 points, so we're happy, and yeah, we can have the next 10 days to.
You should fly out somewhere else and do it all again. Hey.
Yeah, we asked the boss. We asked the boss if we can go to Dubai again.
Is it still the same? If you win, you can ask him and see what can happen. You think you get away or not?
No, I don't know. We're gonna ask him now, but.
After a 5-0 win, he might be open to it. Just very quickly, though, you're 2 points behind Liverpool now. Do you prefer being the chasers? Do you think it kind of suits you?
Got no choice, have they, at the moment?
You want to be at the top, man. I don't care.
What did you prefer? To be at the top?
To be at the top.
Yeah.
People looking down on people, chase us. Come on.
When you look at the league, I think you want to be first, no?
Yeah.
I don't really want to be 4th or 6th or 3rd. I think I want to be first. That's just me personally.
I love that.
Thank
Keep
you
believing,
very
keep
much
believing.
for coming out to join us.
Thank you
Thank
so
you,
much.
Batayo.